Hello, everyone. What is going on? And this is the first time the real life Furious Five are all in the same stream together. You have the Hope in the North, Liam.
Hello there.
George, Mr. GC.
Bonjour.
Aaron, the Azalator.
Hello.
And Benno coming back, gracing us with his presence again. With the cheeky picture of him with a glass of wine or whatever he has.
Cider.
But hey, kills in the comments, the boys. Yeah, man, 100%. So yeah, what we're gonna do today, as you can tell by the title, we're going to sack Aaron from the channel because he didn't show up for the MMA. No, I'm joking. But no, what we'll actually do is review the MCU. So I'm just going to give a cheeky heads up. I have not watched the Hulk fully all the way through. But phase 1 and 2, by the way, this podcast.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched the Hulk the full way through, but everything else I've watched. So
which one did you watch? The 2015 version?
What are you talking about?
The 2015 version, and then there's the 2003 version.
No, it's 2008. The new Hulk.
When the hell was there a 2015 Hulk? They never made a Mark Ruffalo.
Wait, hang on. No.
Unless
I was watching a review that was made in 2015. That's what made me think about that. That's
really confusing because I thought unless somehow Edward Norton came back and made a weird Hulk porn.
No.
I don't see how they could make a cheeky comeback. But there you go.
Saying that, so I would have a good title for that though.
What would you call it, or would it get the stream shut down?
It would just be called Hulk Smashes.
Oh, that's pretty weak. Fair enough.
1 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean that they probably came up with that in the 80s, to be honest, and that's why they said Hulk Smash.
I'm trying not to get this the stream shut down in the first 5 minutes. So.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, first things. Oh, I'm just getting them up. First things first. Get the Yeti microphone on. And second things second. Let's talk about Iron Man first. Then the first proper MCU film in Phase 1. A story about a very cocky geezer who is selling weapons to all over the place and becomes humbled because he spends a bit of time in a cave and realizes the damage that the weapons have done. So what do you guys think of it then? Iron Man to start everything off.
I think it was good, but it felt like kind of like Batman Begins in ways.
Batman Begins was great. Batman Begins was class.
Hang on though. It felt like the first half was great, but the other half was just okay. And I think the villain would have been better just as himself without the big Iron Man suit.
That is one of the weirdest things you've ever said, bro. That makes absolutely no sense. So you would have. So can I just say, you wanted Jeff Bridges to roll up to Robert Downey Jr. and just get shot straight away with the Iron Man hand?
No.
You wanted to roll up. I mean, that would have just
bits and pieces of the armor, just not the big bulky.
I thought George wanted the big Lebowski to come up and go, then just kill. Oh.
Just walk up to Robert Downey Jr. with a gun and shoot him. Yeah. I mean, he just puts a wig on. I mean, that would have...
George,
that would have made it 2 times better, to be honest with you.
He puts like weapons on himself, but just not the big, like bulky, of the Mark 1, but just use like the actual like power.
I don't understand what you mean at all, George. I have no idea.
I think what George is trying.
Sorry, what are you going to say?
I think I'm not trying to say. I think George means this, but are you trying to say it's because he literally took Tony Stark's original suit and used that rather than. I know he made it great.
Yeah.
If he made his own from what Tony Stark had made.
Yes, Stacey. Yeah. Like if he had built the suit into his body, if you know what I mean, like.
But by that logic, you'd want War Machine to do the exact same thing. It doesn't make any sense because Tony Stark needs that thing to survive, and it adds to the plot. Why would Jeff Bridges just have something shoved up his arse to make himself live? It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not to make himself live.
It doesn't make you any powerful. It doesn't make you any more powerful, though. It doesn't make you. You can still get in the Iron Man suit. So I don't even understand the point. No offense, George. I don't get.
There's no armor on him. He just uses the tech from the suit to build it into himself.
But he wouldn't be human anymore. That sounds horrific. So what? All the metal gets stuck to your skin and you can't do anything properly anymore. George. That is horrific, man.
That sounds like Silver Surfer.
Yeah, so you pretty much want him to ruin his own life. Okay, we're moving on from this because that was one of the most weirdest things that's ever happened in the history of the universe. Liam, what did you think? Yeah, Liam, what did you think?
I think it's one of the best MCU films. And I think it's it's like you said, Batman Begins is good and great, and Iron Man's the same. Yeah, it's a good start, and it's one of the best MCU films. Sets up Tony Stark well, and yeah.
I mean, there's so many good side characters in it. Happy Hogan's hilarious. Pepper's cool,
isn't it?
Jeff Bridges is a good villain as Obadiah. I like where the film starts. Not many Marvel films usually start in the middle of the story and make it really interesting. So straight away, it's just Tony Stark chilling in the army van and being like, "Oh yeah, peace. No, I love peace, but without peace, I wouldn't be with peace. I wouldn't be in the job and all that jazz." And him having a laugh, and then the car gets blown up, and you're instantly hooked. You're hooked by his personality at the start, all the casual banter, and then you're also hooked by him. By the thing blowing up, and then he gets blown up by one of his own missiles, which is daft, and you think, shit, is he dead? And then it goes back to when he's enjoying himself and having a laugh, and Jeff Bridges accepting the award. Straight away, he's irresponsible because he can't even be asked to show up to his award show. And that reporter comes in and establishes that he's selling weapons to bad people. And she's like, "Oh, do you realise what weapons you're selling?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then they just jump in the bed and have it away. And then he ends up going down, and then you see him kidnapped by all the terrorists, and then you're like, shit, and he's in the cave, and he realises how the weapons that he sold had pretty much destroyed people's lives, and it isn't. He did, he made some good points.
At that point, he was caveman.
What?
That was great. That is Brit Film Day, yeah. It's awesome that it's Brit Film Day. I haven't looked at the result, or I haven't looked. I don't really know what Brit Film Day entails. I know that it's obviously Brit Film Day and there's Brit films, but I don't really know what it's all about and all that jazz. But isn't it just a load of Brit films showed off in a playlist? I will try and watch all the Brit films showed off. Do you win everything? Anything? Happy Brit Film Day. Happy Brit Film Day to everyone.
Happy Brit
as
Film
well. George drinking. He should be dead in 6 hours. I mean, maybe that's why he's told that really, really horrific joke, which just was the most unfunny thing ever. All right, then. So he's in the cave, and what's his name? Ho something.
I can't remember.
Mo Yinsen or something.
Oh, Yinsen, yeah. He talks to him, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna. Well, you shouldn't. We met years ago." And he's like, "Damn, I can't even remember." And anyway, they build the weapon. Ho gets killed, and it's really sad. But in that cave, he realizes who he really is and how he really wants to make money. He wants to control the world, try and make world peace himself, and not give weapons to Tom, Dick, and Harry just to kill each other with. And Obadiah is not too happy about this shit. He's really, really pissed off. But originally he tried to kill Tony, which is really, really, really weird because he said afterwards, I told you guys to blow up Mr. Stark. And it makes no sense. Why would you kill off your best person just because you're some bullshit?
No, because he wanted to take over the company, didn't he?
But he wasn't good enough for it, though. Tony's way better.
Yeah, but from his point of view, he's not going to think that, is he? He's going to think I'm the best thing in the world.
Yeah. So what was good about the film then? How Iron Man changed throughout the film, how Tony changed, his character development was great. I loved how the US military was after him at one point, and it was quite on the edge. I didn't really like Rhodes in this, to be honest, compared to Don Cheadle, because he just seems like a massive yes man who doesn't really criticize Tony for fucking up. He's just sort of like, hey, how's it going? Oh, have a laugh. Oh, wait, you know. He seems like more of a, while Don Cheadle seems a lot more serious, and
I think as well, Robert Downey made the film. Like, it wouldn't have been anything like it without him, really.
Yeah, he played Iron Man amazingly. I was going to say though, some of that was really cool. The foreshadowing. Tony made a mistake earlier. It shows that even the most genius people make the mistakes. It was a trial and error, to be fair. He flies up and everything freezes. And he does the same to the Big Lebowski, and he's like, watch out for the eyes, and he's like, what? And then it just all freezes. And the point, and to be honest, I like him fighting a bigger version of Iron Man, because it's not just someone else in a suit, it's someone in an even bigger suit. So yeah. Aaron looking like the person who killed John Lennon. Yeah,
horrific.
Everyone uploads Brick Films, and they're all put in a playlist. There's already 100. That's amazing, man. That's really cool. I'll try and check out as much of the playlist as I can later. But yeah, Ben, do you have much to say about it? You haven't really. I haven't asked you.
I'd say as the resident comics reader, I can say that it does a nice job of adapting the old school Iron Man, like Silver Age comics and stuff, and modernizing them also. So Tony isn't just providing arms for the Vietnam War; he's providing them for Iraq or Afghanistan or whatever it was at the time, you know. And I don't know, I think like it's a good start to the MCU because of the ending. I'm sorry, James.
No, yeah, I just pretty much. I love how, because you know how most superheroes are like, oh, I don't want to reveal my identity. Oh, I don't. But then everyone's like, who was it? Was it Agent Coulson who said it's best not to reveal your identity? Or somebody else said to him,
they bring that up, yeah.
And then he's like, I am Iron Man, and everyone's like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why it sets up the MCU so well, because it's basically just it's because I mean. A little bit of context, obviously. Kevin Feige was working as a producer at Marvel in the mid-2000s, and he realized that Fox and Sony and all that were doing like Spider-Man and X-Men and Fantastic Four. And he said, hold on a second, we've got all these characters that can make up the Avengers. Why don't we just do an Avengers movie? And so I like that the thing from day one has always been, let's do things differently than what's been done before, you know.
The thing is,
something I'll probably bring up in when we do the second one is that they're actually going to that story of what it would be like for a hero to be a celebrity, basically.
Oh yeah, I get 100%, man.
Yeah,
because as I say, most heroes don't want to reveal their identity or keep it all secret. But Tony just being like, I am Iron Man, he's just one of the. It just throws the conventions out the window, and it's really cool. As Ben said, it really sets the tone and the table of the what the MCU is, and you know how they're going to do things differently. The original War Machine never even got to wear the suit, exactly, man. And it was all about money. It wasn't like they were annoyed at him for not being a good enough Colonel James Rhodes. It was just because apparently he was just pissed off he wasn't getting paid enough. But he's like the woman from My Family in Harry Potter. She was annoyed she was getting paid 80k and Radcliffe was getting paid 125k, and it's the same with Will Smith's mom as well in the Fresh Prince, the woman who plays her originally. It's like these people don't realize you're not going to get paid as much as the main character, and if you suck it up, you get more money in the long run. If you just think to yourself, I'm a side character, but I'll get more money in the long run if I just, like I'd be happy with 80k or whatever they got paid. They just get greedy.
I think when it comes to like Will Smith's family, they always want a little bit more of the cash when it comes to stuff, except for Will Smith himself.
We just lost when you said Will Smith's family. No, it's his fake family in the Fresh Prince, or do you mean?
No, but I mean his real family. He seems to be the only one who, how was that? who doesn't complain with how much he gets, basically.
Well, he's minted and he's always the main character of every film. But I get what you
Well,
mean.
yeah, but like when it comes to like his children or his wife, they always seem to have a problem with how much money they make, and really, if they had a day-to-day job, I think they wouldn't complain at how much they get paid for the film. Do you think?
No. All right then. What do you all give Iron Man?
You haven't asked me yet, Jay.
Oh shit! Sorry, Aaron.
Yeah.
What's your opinion, bro?
Disgraceful. Nah, I shall drag you to the cell. No, but yeah, I think a lot of people forget that, before Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. Because Iron Man did pick up his career, didn't it, after all of his antics in the late 90s? Because 2008 is when he did Tropic Thunder as well. So that and Iron Man really lifted his career. But the actual movie, it is quite good because there's foreshadowing, isn't there? But is it the 10 Rings that they're bringing out the Mandarin? No, sorry, the 10 Rings is coming out like in a series, isn't it, soon? Or that Kung Fu one on Disney Plus.
Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Because they had the flag, but I don't think
that's a new movie, actually.
Well, yeah, it's coming out on Disney Plus. But they didn't have
cinemas as well. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, I think overall the movie was fairly good. It was made on quite a small budget, wasn't it? As well, I think.
No idea. I will look that up quickly.
£2.50.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I know it wasn't well, I'd say it's probably like a few million at least, but like compared to what Marvel was spending on movies in like 2 years' time, 2 or 3 years' time, like it was nothing really. I think it's about 50 million.
Aaron, the budget was
140 million.
Oh, I'm right. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's still a pretty big budget.
For some reason, I thought it was like a $50 million movie. For some reason, no, I just forget what I said there.
Overall, some big actions.
Overall, very good movie. Kickstarted the MCU, and it's probably one of the best ways to start a cinematic franchise, really, because you just get into the action straight away, and it stays true to being an action movie.
Yeah. Well, now on to the whole. Oh wait, no, scores. I give this like a 9.4. It's such an amazing film. Absolutely love it. What do you guys?
I'd give it 8 out of 10, probably. Solid.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
8.5.
I've gone. Sorry.
8.5 for me.
I'd say 8.
Yeah, I'll probably give it 8.5 or 9.
Fair enough. Next, on to the Hulk. I'll just say my opinions really quick because I haven't really seen much of it. Ed Norton's always good at playing some tired dude who seems stressed and very down on his luck mentally and struggling with containing the Hulk. From what I've seen, I saw the action scene with Tim Roth running around and shooting him. I saw a bit of the final fight scene. Edward Norton plays the Hulk well from what I've seen. Tim Roth as an Abomination ain't really the best villain. He just seems like a regular soldier, but then suddenly wants all the power, even though he should really be happy with the Captain America serum that he got. But
it wasn't a really enjoyable villain, I found.
An enjoyable one, really?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm quite shocked. He didn't really do much in it, though, from what I remember, from the bits I've seen. But yeah, I haven't seen much of it, but you go ahead, because I don't know.
He's coming back, isn't he, in She-Hulk?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
He is, yeah.
Because throughout all this time, he's been technically locked away, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Alaska, I think.
And Black Widow, if I'm not wrong.
Well, he'll be in Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow. Or somebody from the past is coming back in Black Widow.
Well, I'm guessing Tony Stark.
What, Taskmaster or someone? I don't know.
No, something to do with the whole soldier serum.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm not too sure.
No, I can't think of his name, to be honest with you. But with I forget his name now. Edward Norton. He comes off as a bit of a baby face, but then comes off as a badass. So I feel.
I mean, I have on a lot of his movies, there's a lot of rumours saying he's like a massive control freak, takes over.
Yeah.
But he does play the role quite well, and I think as the movie goes on, it gets better. But the one thing that holds it back is the CGI, which you can't really blame because it's 2008. But compared, I think the Mark Ruffalo era Hulk looks better than the Ed Norton one. But the Ed Norton one looks a lot better than the Lou. Is it Lou Ferrigno? No, not Lou Ferrigno. The other one.
The 2003 one.
Oh, is it Eric Banner? No, that's his name.
He's who played him. He's the one who played him.
Oh, yeah. He looks a lot better than
Banner
that.
playing Bruce Banner.
Yeah, because it's Banner like Banna, isn't it? Eric Banner, or something like that.
Banna, yeah, the actor.
Quick look at the comments. The only way I remember the Hulk is the love interest woman whispering every line. I think I remember. Can you all do your best?
Tyler, isn't it?
Can you do your best Callum's Corner impression?
I am not a sodding tic tac.
Yeah, George.
That's mine.
What the fuck, Liam? Or Judy Clark doing it? Come on, Liam, please, Liam. Come on. Just 2 words. 2 words.
Okay. This is bullying in the workplace. No.
Come on, 2 words as Callum's Corner.
Just say tic tac.
This is Callum's Corner. That's no good.
Oh, fair play. No, that's you.
Like him.
Aaron.
Just trying to think of a quote. I've just bitten it again.
One of you sent an email. One of you sent a complaint saying I'll suck off dogs for quavers. What do you think that makes me look?
Oh.
What other weird things does he say?
You look like a steroid. I'm massive. I'm 6'5". You look like a potato face.
I bitten it again. And he's gone home now. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with any of this. Friday. My mate Gavin grabbed me by the ear.
No, what's that thing is, and he's got the yolk in his beard. Yolk and all.
No, I remember it now. No.
This is such a derailment of the
video.
It's okay.
Hold on.
It's a good.
Hold on.
The next MCU film, Cam's Corner.
He should be in the MCU.
Oh, he'd be a good wizard in Fantastic Four.
What would Cam's powers be in the MCU?
Be able to turn into a tic tac and go up someone's arse and then explode into him. Like Ant-Man. No, wait. Can I just do the impression quickly? Can I just try and do it all right?
He does look like the Ant-Man villain, doesn't he?
Interview went perfect. Then I went in my house and my mum and my sister burst into laughter like the bloody no. Like the bloody pictures of each of the two of them just creasing up. Lo and behold, I had a bit of boiled egg in my beard. Not just white yolk and all. All right, that's enough. Back to Hulk. Do you guys want to continue where you left off? Because I don't know anything about the film.
All I remember is
Cam's Corner as the Hulk.
Yeah,
Will he be turning green all the time because he gets annoyed over the littlest thing?
He'd probably end up like smashing a child to death or something just because he couldn't.
Well, when he got angry on the bus, he would have just turned into the Hulk and killed everyone on the bus.
Callum, smash!
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, so is there much else to say about the Hulk? Really, it just seems like a boring dead-ass film from what I remember.
It's got Liv Tyler in it, and I'll watch anything with Liv Tyler. So that's a plus.
I have to agree there. I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have loads of action, but yeah,
I think
not
quite a lot.
Bit weird, Sorry.
Oh, one thing that I was going to say. The more you see of the CGI Hulk, the less impressive it is.
Right, is that the only point you were going to make? I thought you were going to leave something else.
Well, if you look at my sheet, there to there.
You wrote all these notes.
No.
All these notes.
I've written
You just come out
3 pages of notes for all the films.
I can't believe you said so little.
That's
and
Iron Man 1. That's Iron Man. That's
What
Iron
is
Man 2.
going
That's
on?
Hulk.
What is the
That's
most
just-
I did see
That's
the
just
notes,
3
yeah.
films there.
So the only thing you had to say about the Hulk was the CGI doesn't look good once you get
No,
used to it.
No,
I mean, what the bloody hell is
I was waiting.
So Liv Tyler was in bloody Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she-
Yeah, she was a Hobbit.
So she's Aragorn's
No, she-
boo.
She's an elf.
Is she Aragorn's boo or is she? somebody-
Yeah.
Oh
She's
man,
the-
she is smoking, man.
I know, so cute, you know. And that was largely what got me to watch it in the first place, because I was like, oh, at least, you know.
She was in Armageddon. It looks like everything else. She hasn't really been in much else, really. Joyzy Girl, not watching that crap.
I mean, I found out, you know, she's the daughter of Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
Steve Tyler, yeah.
Steve Tyler. I was calling him Steven Tyler.
Although,
You like
the
a
weirdest,
legendary actor?
the weirdest thing about that is, it's the biological daughter, but she was raised by someone else, and she only met him when she was like 10, I think.
That's crazy.
How
Yeah, that's
how
quite
about
weird.
Sam Tyler?
Bloody hell, who's this Steven Tyler? He looks like a bloody mixture of Marilyn Manson with bloody Bruce Jenner, and I don't know.
I like Aerosmith.
That's getting clipped.
No,
He looks like a woman. Like, what's going on here? I'm not
weird,
being
they
mean.
they have quite a good relationship, all things considered. Like with most people, that probably wouldn't go down so well.
Is he a really good actor, or
No, he's a musician.
a
Yeah,
musician?
he's in Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Well,
What about Sam Tyler?
Oh, hold on. He said still waiting on that Bulk movie, and
Who's-
yeah,
who's
smoking.
Sam Tyler?
Smoking is bad for your health, so maybe he smoked loads, so that's why he looks. Nothing wrong with him looking like a woman, but he looks
He's
like.
obviously done a lot of drugs, yeah.
and that
And then
too,
they all
yeah.
did. They all did.
James, what about Sam Tyler?
And there's
George,
I don't know.
I've
And
just
there's-
googled Sam Tyler. It's John Sim in Life
I
and
know,
Life.
cheers. I know it is. I know.
Aaron,
What is that?
didn't you say Life on Mars was just about John Sim getting bummed and then he got sent 50 years in the past or something?
Oh yeah, something like well, I didn't say like the bum bit. I just said he got sent in the past, and then a man shouts him. He's forced to work in the police.
He got hit by a car and got sent.
Oh
to
yeah,
the-
that's what you said, George. Yeah. There's a massive load of spunk in my beard. Not just piss spunk at all. Now, McBen man asked, are you ever going to do an interview with Callum, Sips, or Connor J? Well, Callum would not come on this podcast. I'm sorry. I've tried to get him on. I don't beg anyone to come on. But hopefully I can. I did beg to go on with Jersey Boy, so I did. I did that live. I said, Jersey, can I come on when you get Callum on, bro? And he was like, yeah. And he still promised that, so that's really generous of him. I will hopefully get to meet my favourite YouTuber, person subjectively, not objectively. Well, technically not
Can you
even.
call him a Tic Tac?
I'll never do that. I respect him too much.
Okay,
Lol.
they call him a Tic Tac then.
I meant you said she was smoking. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Well, Liz Tyler. Now I remember who she is. Halo. Okay. Interesting take. Choco Studios. So what do we all give Hulk out of 10 then? From what I remember, like a 6.5.
10 out
I'd say six, definitely.
I've got it as I've got a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, so I'd say 6.
I'll give it 7.
Like it's fine, but there's just not really that much to it, like to go back to, I guess.
George,
5.
bloody hell, you really don't like this one.
Well, no, it's not that I don't like it. It just gives it an even in the middle, basically.
Okay. Next
So
film.
it's not good. It's not bad.
Not really. That isn't okay. You can do the ratings how you want to do them. Sorry. So next film, Iron Man 2, aka Iron Man Average Poo. So
no, it's okay.
I mean, it really, really is just average. There is stuff to say about it. I mean, there is good things. I love Don Cheadle in it. I think that weird guy who's meant to be president is quite funny. Or is he? He gets arrested in the third one, right? But he's like, "Oh, hello, Tony. How are you? Oh, hey."
Black Widow's first appearance as well
She's
in this.
awesome in it. Samuel L. Jackson's awesome.
And then Elon Musk shows up for about 15 seconds.
He does, yeah.
Does he actually?
Yeah,
does it
yeah,
say?
because he's on about selling Tony an electric car, and then he Pepper Potts. Is it Pepper or someone walks off with him and shuts him up basically?
Hilarious. The villain with the long hair who like gets the whips. I think he's very strange because the problem is they try and make him serious, but then they make him jokey. And I feel like with villains that are supposed to pose, I don't mind the businessman being jokey because he's jokey, consistently jokey. But this dude with the long hair, he's just sort of like
Mickey Hawk.
Mickey
is
Rourke.
that his name?
Yeah.
But at the start, you don't take him seriously at all. Like his dad dies, which you feel bad, but then he just went no, and it was just like, what the hell is going on?
I mean, the only line I remember from him is, "I want bird." That's literally it.
Oh, I
He
want my
just
bird.
wanted.
I want
Yeah.
my bird.
Wait a
I
second,
can't-
that was
to one
um,
of the other points.
that was not from the comic or anything. I can't remember the guy who plays Whiplash. What's his name again?
We just said Mickey Rourke.
Mickey
Rourke,
Hawk.
yeah. He came in like he said, "Oh, I really want to have a bird with my character," and they were like, "Oh, okay, sure." Back when like Kevin Feige didn't have that much control over it, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I personally wish that they'd kind of not done Whiplash and lent more strongly into the Justin Hammer kind of vibe, because like he's a good villain in the comics, but he doesn't really have much to do in this one besides look businessy and sinister and all that, you know.
Yeah, because the thing with Iron Man is pretty much most of his villains are, you wronged me 15 years ago, and now I have a little bit of money, so therefore I'm going to annoy you.
Yeah.
That's literally. I mean, that's what happens to the. Well, I don't.
Well, the
spoil it,
movie
but
goes nowhere, really, does it? I don't think it goes anywhere.
How?
When he comes in the end and sets all the robots to go berserk instead of doing what the businessman said. The businessman was really funny, by the way. But the problem is in Iron Man 2, there's a lot of George, start talking right now and I'll talk at the same time. So, how's it going, everyone? What are you talking about? What are you even going on about? No, I need your help with this thing. What is going on? What is a lot of that?
I
A lot
like
of
pineapples and cheese and pizza and fish and
a lot of talking at the same time,
cream.
and you can't really
Cream.
understand what anyone's saying, obviously. And it is done.
Cream.
It is done a bit too. It's done a bit too much.
I was going to say, is Iron Man 2 the one where Peter Parker first shows up, or is it Iron Man 3? It's Iron Man 2, isn't it?
It could
No,
be. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a little kid, isn't he?
Civil War. Oh, he's a
Yeah.
little kid. What?
Yeah, because he basically one of the drones goes bad, and then Peter Parker has like in the story it is Peter Parker, but he has an Iron Man mask on, like a toy one, and he puts his hand up and the droid goes to shoot him, but then
Oh shit! I remember. Yeah, I didn't realize that was meant to be Peter Parker. Sorry about that.
that's why Peter Parker idolizes
Thank
Iron
you.
Man. So
You asked me to do that then. Why did you give me when you asked
No,
me
because
to?
you knew when it was meant to be over.
I
You
did
knew.
not know. No, I did not.
You did.
Of course not.
You
did.
I did not.
so
Right.
isn't that the entire thing now?
As I said earlier, though, Don Cheadle was a lot better. The final fight was cool, but it was really short with the whip guy. Then he got blown up. The other action scene at the start on the racetrack was cool, but you know what I didn't like? Iron Man being massively self-destructive, and him being really egotistical with the Iron Man stuff. I didn't get it because he's already had his ego sucked off 1,000 times. You'd think in the cave he'd be a little bit toned down after the cave experience, and also he's just way too over the top for me. Like, I know he got poisoned, but someone who's like in his 40s wasting his like partying 24/7, and you'd think after the first Iron Man, if he was poisoned and he wanted to spend, you'd think he'd want to spend his final days trying to fix the world, not just be self-destructive and have a billion parties.
The one thing we haven't talked about is I'll put it called the arc. That's keeping him alive, but it's also killing him at the same time as well, isn't it?
You mean the art reactor?
Yeah, the arc reactor is killing him, but keeping him alive.
If I can step in once again as the resident comics reader, it's not fully based on, because like Jon Favreau said, like, oh, we didn't do, it wasn't really. There's a story called Demon in a Bottle, which is obviously Tony Stark's battle with alcoholism and how it like affects him as a person who like uses the suits and goes up against villains and stuff. And so, and part of that story was obviously like him growing as a person. But I feel like it's not that well translated to screen, like because they're also trying to do all the Whiplash stuff, and it just I don't know.
I was
there's a
going to
lot
say,
going on
Yeah.
in this film, isn't there? I was just going to say there's a shit ton going on in this film, you know.
I was going to say if they just focused more on if it was just Whiplash or just is it Sam Rockwell, his character? If they just focused on one, if they did what they did in the first movie, focus on one, it would be more streamlined.
Yeah, because I like Justin Hammer, and I hope he comes back. Maybe Armor Wars or something.
Because there's quite a lot of deleted scenes, isn't there, that made its way onto YouTube from Iron Man 2? I've seen like really like low rendered versions of them.
Yeah.
There's like different endings, I think, and like different fight scenes that happen that they just never got around to actually properly doing because the film was practically going. Well, the fight scenes weren't going anywhere.
That's interesting.
I see. I guess we can move on to scores then. I'll give it a 7.
Same.
I'd probably
7 as
give
well,
it.
yeah.
I'd probably give it a 6. It wasn't that good in my opinion, but it is watchable.
I can totally respect that. To be fair, I can see where you're coming from with the 6, but I just think it's average. There's some good shit, some not so good shit. I'd just say it's average overall. I mean, as I say, the villain was entertaining. Tony's self-destructive bollocks, while he was good at acting daft, it didn't really make sense for the character. As I say, the action was good in it. The villain had some okay action scenes. The story wasn't too bad, but there was just too much going on at once.
Sorry, I've just thought. I forget what's Jeff Pepper Potts. She was given a bigger role in Tony's business, wasn't she?
Yeah,
but that went nowhere, did it? That went nowhere because she went and denied it at the end.
No, she wasn't CEO in Iron Man 3, and that's why the marriage was breaking down.
I don't know.
I might be getting them mixed up.
It doesn't matter. Liam, what's your score again?
I'll probably give it 7.
Fair. George, what would you give it?
7.
7! All right. Is the next film Thor or Captain America in it?
No, it's 4.
Oh yeah, it
I'll go down.
to Captain America, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they came out the same year anyway.
All right, then. Let's look at the comments quickly. You should try to get Ivanator or his girlfriend Aubrey on the podcast. No, I mean I can message them if you want, but what can they say about Coppercab? We've already covered everything, but I guess we could talk about other stuff if they want. I might try one day. Ed's been making Iron Man 2 in X minutes at the moment. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, he as much as they're not his best work, it's still pretty good and it's a good parody. He does the best anyone can do with them sort of things. But I do prefer his normal videos, but I get why he does them because they get the views and they are still entertaining. The president in the second one looks like Sleepy Doe Jiden. Tiny bit, yeah. Like a fatter version. Hey, Kill, I really love your YTPs. James, do a side head reveal.
Ooh,
oh, no.
Do you know that meme? Look at that laughing meme. Look at the top of his head. That will be.
Do a poo stream. Come on, don't be. I mean, what?
The fuck?
I mean, how long would that last?
I think we know what to say with this.
Poo. Send the boogers back. I'm talking about shoes. George, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Oh no.
I'm talking about my ass. Eddie's back. I'm not gonna poo on stream. James, thanks for the side head. Oh no, I nearly pulled everything onto my desktop.
James, that's gonna make it into a video now. I can go already tell.
James, do a poo. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint all of you, but I am not pooing on stream.
It's empty.
So no, but even if I did need to poo, I'm not pooing on stream. So, but Liam, if you want to do it on your own channel, George, if you want to do it on your own channel, Ben, if you want to do it on your own channel.
Oh, I have on exclusive channels, but they told me that they will block all content. Benno on Cheeky OnlyFans. And Aaron, if you do this on ALP, I know it's partly your George, get out of here. I know it's partly on your. I know ALP is 50% yours, but please don't poo on the channel.
All I'm going to say is I won't do it on the channel, but I'll heavily advertise where you can buy it.
Fair play, that's good.
I mean, I
Why?
hope you can.
Right.
What did I do? Why?
You kept going like this, like a.
I was stretching, for God's sake. I'm not allowed to stretch and stretch. I just went
You
like
were
that.
going like this.
Yeah.
You were going like one of those birds.
No, well, went like that. That is,
George, you were going like this for about half an hour.
can I read
Alright.
my things out now?
Just sack poo. No, we're going on to Captain Thor now.
Well,
Wait,
really? James, what does that say? What does that say?
is it something offensive?
Oh.
Thor film. Okay, you're right. Sorry. Okay, Thor. All right. So Thor is actually really interesting. It's a really hot take, to be honest. It's the first Marvel film not set on Earth, so that's a really cool thing in it.
Well,
Yeah.
Even though it does come back to Earth.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it
I
establishes.
I think the director makes the world like Asgard and places like that look gigantic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the graphics people do an amazing job with the CGI and all that jazz making.
Yeah.
Asgard look amazing. It's really good for 2011. I mean, the thing is, right? I didn't even realize Odin was Anthony Hopkins, or is it Anthony Hopkins?
Anthony Hopkins, yeah.
I didn't realize that was Thor's dad. I thought, bloody hell, bloody Hannibal Lecter is Thor's dad. That is
Good casting,
amazing.
really.
That is amazing. He plays it so well. I had no idea it was him. I know there's a lot of makeup, but the way he acts, like makeup, beard, long hair, costume, but the way he acts amazingly in that. Loki's pretty cool in it. Thor's mates are a bit forgettable, but not too bad. Natalie Portman, though, bloody hell. She's actually an interesting person in this one. And she's, okay, that's pretty vague, but the love between her and Thor is really cool. And it's really it's fairly realistic. Okay, it's not realistic, but like if an alien came down and started having a laugh, an alien god, I think it's a lot better than the bloody romance between her and Anakin in Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's even, but I feel like this romance was really cool and interesting. Thor getting banned made sense for him starting that war, and
that was a great idea. That was Odin banishing Thor and taking it out. I think it was a great idea.
Yeah. Although I feel like it kind of made it like a fish out of water kind of movie.
Yes,
I didn't mind,
yeah,
though.
it did.
I thought it was still. Oh, sorry, Liam.
Oh, I was just going to agree with you, James. But I think it just added to his character development, and then it made the relationship with Natalie Portman seem more believable and whatever, and the fact that it could get to that point where they're actually lovers.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Really?
I was going to say the end though. I don't want to just jump to the end, but it just gets punched. That's it. Like,
what happened exactly at the end? What do you mean?
Oh wait, no. Oh, no, I've remembered it now. No, well, Thor goes to have that fight. The robot walks away and just slaps him, like backhands him, and then he's dead. Oh no, he's back alive. I was just like, when I was watching it at the time, I was like, is that it? But then he goes back to Asgard, doesn't he? And then that's about it.
Well, it's because he redeems himself, because Thor was willing to put his life on the line. That's why they send him back. Well, that's why he gets his powers back, kicks that robot's ass, and then goes up and kicks Loki's ass, and that's the end of the film.
I thought it was just a bit naff when I first watched it, but yeah.
I think it's good. It shows he's willing to stand up to someone a million times stronger than him and die for the people who are behind him.
I was going to say, even though the story's not new, the way that it's acted and shown makes it a lot of fun. No.
Yeah, it's directed by the guy who did who's Gilderoy Lockhart in Harry Potter, wasn't he?
Yeah, Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
And Thor actually adapts it in the movie. Like when he smashes that cup and Natalie Portman's character lets him tell him that's not how they do it on Earth. He does learn from that, doesn't he?
Then he goes, another! And then he kicks you out the corner.
Yeah. I quite like the scenes where it's him being like completely oblivious and stuff. Like, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It is. And he's
funny stuff.
And when he gets locked up in the loony bin and Loki comes down and goes, okay, brother, our father's died now, so goodbye. Wait, what? See you. I think Loki is good banter in this. And Thor, when he is trying to pick up the hammer and he goes past all those guards, you just feel bad for him coming to the realization that he's totally not like he's got everything stripped away from him. It's not about him finding the hammer. It's about him becoming more of a sensible king, not just going after war 24/7 and just being a smarter man.
I was going to say that there's one thing none of us have mentioned. Why did Chris Hemsworth have his eyebrows dyed in that movie?
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh,
They
God.
just dyed. Thing is, they're not dyed
forgot
the
about
same
that.
colour as his hair. They're so blonde in it. It's weird. For me, that gives the movie 2 out of 10. No, I'm only joking.
2 out of 10. 2 out of 10.
I couldn't get off to Thor's eyebrows. Thank you.
Anyway,
So I was going to say about the battle scenes as well. They look cool, but they're very standard.
is it in this one? Is it in this one, or is it in Dark World when Loki finds out I'm adopted?
I think this one.
Oh, damn, that's quite cool then.
I think it is, yeah. Yeah, because isn't he
because
like a blue baby?
Yeah, I thought it might have been Dark World, but you're probably right about that. It's this one. And Haykill put DC's better.
I don't know. Not in the movies.
I mean, Haykill's argument. I mean, even Haykill's admitted before that the DC films are not very good, but he just likes how the story, like the comics and the cartoons, are a lot more serious and whatever and darker and deep.
The Justice League is quite bad compared to
Loki's the son of Kratos.
Like if you watch Justice League compared to the original Avengers, it doesn't even compare really.
Yeah.
I'll always go back and watch the first Avengers compared to it. I wonder what the side of the cut's going to be like compared to it, basically, compared to the original one, though.
Well, it should be much better, I imagine.
You know, I was going to say that, with Thor, he seemed massively roided in this one. He seemed the biggest he's ever been, and only a year prior, he was really scrawny. He must have been on the TRT or something if you look at the size of the bloke.
Well, I mean, Chris Hemsworth does size up and size down, because there was that movie, was it El Casino or El Royale or something he did, and he was really, lean in that.
Yeah.
No, but if you look at the other films, in Thor, he seems a bit unrealistically big, while in the other ones, he seems like it is achievable with all the training.
Well, because of CGI his muscles, like in Captain America, in Captain America, they made him look very skinny with the CGI.
I mean, I do understand that when they do shoot, because when they do Captain America shoots, they always have to shoot the scenes where Chris Evans is the biggest first. Like, in the Winter Soldier when he's holding onto the helicopter, that's the first scene they shot because that's the biggest he was, and obviously he loses that muscle over time. Yeah,
but you're on about Chris Evans if it's Winter Soldier, right?
Oh yeah. Did I say Chris Hemsworth? Yeah, sorry. I was just saying as an example. Yeah,
Chris Evans seems really natural. The thing is, if it was just Thor's arms that were massive, then it would make sense. But he's just way too lean. While Chris Evans looks a bit chubby. So like his arms look big, but everything else seems a bit chubby, So he seems a bit more natural. But the most natural, the most roided up person is Happy Hogan because he's got a massive belly. So the roids have clearly gone wrong.
What's that movie that he's in? Is it Chef? No, not Chef. Is it that movie where he just flips burgers? I always pictured Happy Hogan as that.
Then, when you just said there was a film when he flipped burgers, just 2 views went down.
It's all gone tits up now. Cheers, Aaron.
Aaron, you look a lot like Happy Hogan. Can you start?
No, I don't.
Can you get the camera on and do some boxing?
I'm not that old yet. I'm not that old.
You can get the big right hand. You can get the big right tit.
That is uncalled for, James. I shall now be filing a police order against you. No, obviously
I'm beating it. I'm beating it again. They didn't CGI his muscles. They deep faked his face on someone else's body. Fair play. Hello, Pooh Men.
Oh no, we're the Pooh Men.
Or what do we give Thor anyway? What do we give Thor?
7.
What?
7 out of 10.
I'm disgusted, Ben. Iron Man 2 level. Are you having a laugh? At least 7.
Yeah. Well,
Each their own.
I put it like above Iron Man 2, obviously, but
Okay.
still on the, I don't know, maybe I need to rewatch them. I've only seen Thor once, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Liam?
I'll probably give it an 8 or 8.5.
Yes, Liam! George?
8.8.
Oh, nice. I give it an 8.5 too. Just got to check the comments quickly.
You haven't asked me again, James? You keep forgetting me.
You keep missing.
Will! Pooh! Yes, Bum Bum! Pat Shatfat. Hey! Ooh. Bum Bum from Club Brick. But yeah.
You keep hitting Aaron James.
Oh, you know what, Aaron? I don't care. No, I'm joking. Go on.
I was just going to say, before I do say my thing, wasn't it Iron Man 2, the Hulk, Thor, and something else in the MCU all happened in 1 week? Wasn't it like Fury's Big Week or something it was called?
That'd be pistol mental if it all happened in 1 week.
Probably.
Yeah, because I think it came out somewhere. Basically, all the events happened within like a week, and that's when Nick Fury was quite mad. I'd probably give Thor. I don't particularly like it, so I'd probably give like a 4. 4 for Thor.
Wow.
I am disgusted.
Wow.
Ratings are all over the place. George, what the hell are you doing?
I'm stretching, for God's sake.
He's praying to Thor. I've
got bad back.
Bum juice. I mean, I gave it an 8. I think, did I give it an 8.5 or an 8? I'm going back down to 8. No, 8 instead. Sorry, lads, 8. Good film. I like the character development, but overall, the fish out of water stuff just goes on too long, and Loki doesn't. The climax, although it's good, bum sweat. Although it's good, it doesn't really. It feels like there's not a lot on the line. It's just a big robot, and Thor proves himself, and then he just goes up and kicks Loki's ass quite easily, and then Loki falls off the waterfall. And who's that big guy who does the teleporter?
Idris Elba.
Yeah, what was his character's name?
Heimdall.
Heimdall, yeah.
That's it.
Capcom is better than Marvel. What are you talking about? Didn't they just do Resident Evil? Like, Resident Evil's good, but what are you going on about?
Formats, isn't
yeah. What's the next? Wait, what?
I think we should have done Captain America first. No.
It doesn't really matter.
Captain America's next.
Oh yeah, sorry. I always forget them too.
America! All right, Captain America. So it is a.
Sorry. Just going off topic for a second.
No. So.
Denied.
Did you see that the vegan teacher threatened Gordon Ramsay?
I don't care. Anyway,
Just shut
Robots
down.
is better than Marvel. Captain Pooh. I don't care about the vegan teacher tickling Gordon Ramsay's arse. I'm really not bothered. Sorry. We can talk about it another time. Anyway, thoughts on them and technically not on it. I've never seen it, but lads, do you want to say what you think quickly?
I haven't seen it.
I think Venom is really good.
Oh shit. Hot take.
I thought on Venom. I watched it before Christmas, and it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, people described it to me as a very mixed film, but I thought it's not great, but it's also there's okay bits,
I quite enjoyed it when I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we could review it one day. Oh yeah, everyone does. Do you all prefer the camera like this or like this? Is the closer one better or the further one better? Well, actually,
the first one's better.
I don't mind.
I'd probably say the third one, but I don't really mind. It is what it is.
A fun movie to me. Actually, yeah, the close one's tripping me out a bit. There we go. I am so biased to Venom. So okay, closer. Now I'm to be fair, the closer one, it looks cool for like a few seconds, but then you think, what the hell? So
looks like we're all squished in one room, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think
Aaron, could you put your belly on the camera as a joke? And George, go to the side of your camera and go, help! Ben, what the hell is your picture, Ben?
James, if you do it close, I can go like that.
Ben, what the hell is your picture, man?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ben, what the hell is that? I think I recognise who it is as well. Change it. Ben, Ben. Oh, thank goodness. Is it who I think it is?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
he's not going to watch the channel anyway.
No, it's okay.
I know who that is.
It's,
Then if you two know,
that's a good picture.
yeah.
Again, inside jokes to no one. With the closer one, you can't see James's side head. Oh, but seeing Venom actually look like Venom in live action is pretty awesome. Yeah, because all we had was the Spider-Man 3, which was tragic. Anyway, America. What change? Get I'm Alex off here, George. Change it. But hi guys, I'm Alex here, and I've joined the E-Boys. Oh, so I don't really know what to think of this one. No, that's a bad I'm Alex impression. Anyway, America. So he starts off as a little scrawny dude, and he just constantly wants to join the army. And at first you think, is this guy just a crazy, like, not crazy, but like, you think if you kept getting turned down to fight in World War II, you think you'd sort of think to yourself, all right, this is a sign that maybe I'm not meant to go to war. If they turned, come on, if you get turned down at the war, at the soldier desk, are you going to keep rolling up over and over and over again? I mean, if they let you on the first time or second time, great. But like the fifth, eighth time, what's going on? You know, you sort of think to yourself, like, but it shows how much Captain America, because he isn't a war lunatic or even an ego person who wants to be like, I went to war. He's sort of just like, I want to stand up to bullies, and if people are going around killing people, I want to do everything I can to stop them.
And like I said before, the effects look really good to make him look weak and skinny.
Yeah, and small, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was highly Atwood in, so 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. I wish she was in more of the MCU. Did they make her look old in Winter Soldier, or is it a new actress?
I think they did, didn't they? Didn't she have loads of makeup on or something? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was dying, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She was like 100, wasn't she? Well, meant to be.
Yeah,
really
probably.
I hope she's not 100.
Why wasn't her family there, though? Why was it just Captain America showing up? And then America goes, Steve Rogers goes, no, she goes, I should have stayed in bed.
Isn't that the second one?
Yeah, that's
Winter Soldier.
Yeah. One thing I was going to say with Red Skull, that the mask looks very plasticky.
He looks like a candle, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he does.
I don't know if you've seen the 80s version, but the actual like, Red Skull looks really fleshy and wet.
Hell, man.
Wow.
And that better not be what I think it is.
It's hair. Nothing wrong with it.
Oh God.
No.
Ben, you bloody idiot! What if the stream gets banned, man? I'm gonna. If you ever do a Xanderfist live stream, I'm just gonna moon the camera for the whole thing.
We can't get demonetized. What's that?
Who is your favorite MCU villain?
Jay, make it me.
Your mom, JK.
I think Kingpin's my favorite MCU villain.
What?
Oh.
He isn't even in the MCU, is he?
He is, yeah. The Netflix shows are.
Oh yeah, Daredevil in that.
Yeah.
I always find it funny how in the animated Spider-Man one, he's got like a tiny little head and tiny little arms. So how does he wipe his arse?
He does the old Carl Pilkington method. He does the old Carl Pilkington method. Remember that episode when he's like, his brother shoved his fingers up his arse and then gets all the shit out and then uses the toilet paper to wipe it off.
But James, his arms are like half a foot long.
I know, yeah.
So how
and then Ricky Gervais says, how does that even work? So Sergeant says, all right, lads, I'm going to get my hand, wipe my arse and wipe shit all over my face. And then you...
James, can you make my screen big for a second? Because I want to show something.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're not even funny, George. You're so unfunny. Kingpin is great. You're so unfunny, George. Banned from the stream permanently now. Banned from studio. I've banned him. Ben, who the hell is that? Ben.
That's me.
Who the hell? That can't be you. That looks nothing like you.
Okay, for all intents and purposes.
Well, no, the first thing I want to say is, why are you having cornflakes?
He may be having cornflakes. He may just be holding them for promotional purposes.
Ben, is this one of your weird advertising things that you went back in time to do and then went to the future to fix?
I wish.
Vulture is my fave. Nah, he's not really. He seemed a bit. They just made him too.
He's,
He's what?
He's Bum Bum's favorite.
Yeah. Liam sidehead reveal. Come on, Liam. Right, how do I unban George? Because I totally forgot how to now. Oh no, I think I might have.
You have to say the magic words.
Open sesame. No, how do I unban George? Help! Oh, never mind. I sort of
George has been lost to the void. We must move on. but remember him.
He got Thanos.
Wait, what film were we on?
Captain America, lads. Talk about Captain America while I figure out how to unban George.
The one thing
Yes, here we go.
Oh,
sorry, Aaron.
Well,
see.
I was going to say,
unban you, George. Liam, arse reveal now. No, please don't. Liam, no!
Oh, no.
Sidehead reveal.
Oh no, it's too much. It's too much.
Liam, sidehead reveal. Come on, it'll break the cosmos.
I already did.
Yeah, James.
Do it again. Come on.
I'm reporting this to the YouTube site administrators.
The administrator shall have my revenge. All right. Let's invite George back again.
He's going to be so mad.
The movie is a really good homage to old Golden Age Marvel comics, which is like really old, back when it was just Captain America, Namor, and the Human Torch, but the old Human Torch,
Yeah.
I have to be honest though, when I came to rewatch the film, because it'd been ages since I watched it, I was expecting to like it more, but I don't know, I was just a bit disappointed by it,
I don't love it personally, but it is.
I mean, because that was the last movie that I watched for the entire MCU, and when I watched that, it was like quite. I'm not saying it was underwhelming, but it was like, oh, that's it. Because
I'll tell you why I think it's a decent film. I love how Captain America, he's just a really, really good bloke. And like the thing is, I love how they're like, Tommy Lee Jones is like, oh, well, we need to pick this guy because he's the biggest and the strongest. But Captain America shows more nobility than absolutely everyone when he jumps on the fake grenade, and he's like, go away. And then the doctor's like, see, you know why I chose him now. And then there's the Howard Stark stuff, which is cool. I like how he just isn't hoisted into being Captain America straight away. He's a propaganda piece for ages at first, which is not what he signed up to do. Him and Bucky have great chemistry as well. It's amazing how he pretty much just sacrifices himself at the end, even though he could pretty much just jump off the ship if he wanted to, and just let it crash. But he chooses to throw his life away after everything he's been through. Even though he technically doesn't, and he comes back in the future, which was an awesome ending.
I was going to say, I think he did that so he could get a phone. Who wants to be stuck in the 40s? No, I'm only joking. Obviously, pretty good movie, though, in my opinion. Just a bit underwhelming from watching all the others.
I mean, you can really get behind him as a character, but I just think it's sort of decent at best,
Fair enough. Give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, same.
Sorry, I just want to get that one in there early.
7.7 for me.
I'd give it probably a 7. Yeah, it's not bad by any means. It's just if you watched it in order and if you watched it when it came out, you'd think, oh, this is quite good.
Liam,
7, like I said. Yeah.
George.
He's having a dirty protest.
Right down.
Well, after not saying half my points that I've written down, I'd give it a 6. Plus the number 3, so a 9.
You give it a 9? I didn't. Wait. All right. Say why you like it then, because I'm sorry I banned you.
Now you want my opinion after kicking me.
Yes, because the only reason I even let you back in was because you put the effort in. You wrote the notes, so I thought we might as well let George back in.
Well, here's my list then. Effects are good, making him look skinny.
Did you rewatch that
Is that
scene,
it?
George? No, I'm joking.
No, I was just reading. Because it's the only one at the start they're making basically a walking advertisement,
Yeah,
don't
propaganda
they?
piece. Yeah, fair.
Which I think is quite nice, being that that's what it would have been like in the war.
People, yeah. Because wasn't there a guy who was Captain America in the 40s, and they just got him to be? I swear that happened. That actually happened. Not actually being powerful, just I mean like dressing up as Captain America.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day, they probably were.
I don't know if any of you guys have seen the new Winter Soldier and Falcon series.
No, don't spoil it. No, I haven't.
I'm not spoiling it. No, I won't mention what happens then.
Thank you.
But yeah.
So now we move on to the Avengers. I'll just say right off the bat, when I watched it when I was 12, because I didn't watch a lot of Marvel when I was younger, I only watched everything now. I did watch bits and pieces, but I watched Avengers and I thought, this is a bit naff. I don't know what everyone's going on about. But obviously, watching it now that I know more about everything, it's very, very, very good. It's amazing how they bring all the characters together. The arguing makes sense because these are all big, larger-than-life personalities coming together, and they're not going to be friends straight away like a generic hero story. They've all got different personalities and views and opinions. They're going to argue with each other.
Well, I've put here the perfect film, 10 out of 10.
What? Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right,
well,
now
now
Avengers,
reading back, I'd move it back down to a 9. But we got introduced to Mark Ruffalo, who's really good. Hawkeye for the first time. We got to see a lot more Black Widow.
No, Hawkeye made his debut in Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The characters
Iron Man too.
The characters are strong, so strong now and so defined. So you can spend a lot of time with the fighting instead. And as well, after years and years of all the build-up and hype, it lived up to its expectations, and there's never really been a film like it before, basically.
When they like build something up for ages, and everyone meets up, yeah. Apart from Harry Plopper and the philosopher, I was going to say the philosopher's arse and just make some porn thing as a joke. After Harry Potter finishes, they all
Erectus Disappearo.
Yeah. But
have you seen the Sidemen clip when Harry's dressed up as Harry Potter? If you've seen it, you know what I'm going for.
No. I'm sorry, I don't.
No, I'll have to send it to you after because he said something really bad and I had to basically bleep it out. And let me put it in the comments.
Anyway, Loki's a lot better in this one and a lot more funny. Like evil, like doing that thing to that dude's eye without any emotion. That was like, oh god, that was absolutely brutal. How Hawkeye and Eric Selvig are the bad guys because of his hypnotizing stick. That was really cool. The scepter, sorry, with the Infinity Stone in, or whatever it is. Is it an Infinity?
Yeah.
The Tesseract. So yeah, it was cool. What's his name? Jensen.
That's what he said. Sorry, I just said that's what he said. I've just put it
the guy who plays Hawkeye and Eric Selvig, they get to play the bad guys. Oh, okay, George.
For a bit, yeah.
Which is really cool. The action's good in it as always. I love how Iron Man and Thor fight each other in caps. Like, what the hell are you guys doing? Loki poses a massive threat and is really intimidating. There's some hilarious scenes. Like, do you remember? I don't mean skip before too much, but the bit when he grabbed the arrow and then he's like, "Oh, you." That was one of the funniest things ever.
Yeah.
And when Hulk's just doing that to Loki.
Yeah.
It's just that's.
I got to admit, the story is kind of lazy, but it doesn't really matter because all you really want to see is the Avengers being the Avengers, isn't it?
Bum Bum is going to join everyone. So, yeah, I'll get Bum Bum in the party.
I'm not trying to say who is Bum Bum.
He's someone in Club Brick, pretty sound dude. And hey, Kill, what the hell is this rubbish you're sending me? Oh, okay.
What's he said?
It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad at all. It's just a bit of weird banter.
Can we see it?
Not really. It's just pictures of me and some fat. Oh, it's the guy who killed John Lennon who looks like Aaron. That makes sense.
Oh, that is horrific. 1 minute I'm being called. 1 minute
No,
I'm
but
being
you
called
actually
John
look a
Lennon,
bit
the next
like-
I'm killing him.
Yeah.
That's horrific.
George, I don't know why George is laughing so much. Have you even seen the guy who killed John Lennon? George?
I
I know
have.
what it looks like. I know what it looks like.
I was going to say, one of you is going to say, oh, yeah, just look in the mirror, but you didn't. So.
Come on, Bum Bum, join.
Why is that noise?
He was George fingering his headphones or something weird.
Oh.
But yeah, Bum Bum said earlier, I liked how Vulture, he scavenges for alien tech. Yeah, but he just seems like a bit of a lame-ass character. He's just sort of like, I'm a hard man, look at me.
I always picture him as retired Bruce Wayne from like the 80s.
Which Vulture was first?
What are you on about?
Vulture from...
Benno's put a picture of Aaron from a couple years ago.
Oh, that is... Hey, that's not me.
Yeah, mine still
I didn't say it was.
No.
Once again,
I was
on
checking.
purpose. Don't lie, you bastard. It was on purpose.
I was checking, so I can change back to that. That's fine.
My
checking.
arse. My arse. Horse's ass! Anyway. What were we even talking about? Avengers. So, I basically babbled on about
DC.
why I thought it was good. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I think
A film that changed.
Come on.
What's so funny? George, you okay?
Look at Ben's picture.
I know it's Nicolas Cage, isn't he?
We've seen that picture before.
Bum Bum, finally. Hey, he's got the John Brick picture.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, Bum Bum?
Pretty good.
Nice. Good shit, man.
Yeah, you like my my profile picture?
The John picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was genuinely Burger King when you first put it in the Discord.
He is.
And Bum Bum, Aaron has just put a picture of the best thing about the UK with the spoons. And
No,
Aaron...
that is me picking up a client. Thank you very much.
What?
No, I'm only joking.
That is, even though it's hard to tell, that is with the spoons right there. The best thing about the UK. So
Well, that was the night George downed 55 bottles of whiskey, wasn't it?
Oh,
It was, yes.
No, it was the night when George, when 2 weeks prior, George downed a whiskey and went, then ran to the toilet, and then he did the same thing and went, and because the toilet was really far away and up the stairs, he went. It was really.
No, I didn't know.
You
And
did,
then
George. Aaron, you can back me up. He did, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he ran up the stairs going, "It burns!" But he dropped his trousers because he couldn't get in the toilet.
That last bit didn't happen. Oh yeah, Bum Bum. George bought a Lego Mario to the Witherspoons, which is a really bad idea.
And then he started playing with it, going, "Mario's coming to get you."
That last bit didn't happen, thankfully.
I like, I'm not really. I'm more into the Fantastic Four when it comes to Marvel teams than I am Avengers or X-Men. But I quite like this when I watched it for the first time, which I think was like 2018 or something. It was quite a while after it came out. I didn't really like the first kind of hours. I think I only really like started to think, oh, I'm really enjoying this when it got to like the street fight and stuff.
What the
Oh no, Black Widow's pillar.
I mean, fair play, but you should have picked a better picture, George.
Okay, I'll pick a better picture, James.
Oh no, I'm taking him out. Goodbye. I'm waiting until George, you have to send me proof you've changed the photo to something better. Right, so are we at the end of phase 1 in a sequence? Because there's not a lot to say about Avengers. It's just an amazing team-up film. All right, George has changed it to something. There you go.
Yeah,
Ben,
I mean,
is that you or somebody else?
Yeah, that's me from like 2017, I think.
Okay.
I just quite like the expression.
You look a bit like you're having a heart attack. Sadly.
Yeah, the barnacle came up to me and slapped me right in the ass, and it sent tremors.
Please don't say. Please don't say the name, even though it's very hard for people to guess who that the
Ben.
is.
Oh no, I wouldn't dare.
Ben, did you
Ooh,
make
tasty
a
one,
good
what?
pizza?
Yeah.
George,
Ben, did
no!
you make a good pepperoni pizza?
Thing is, Bum Bum is probably the most confused person in the world right now because it's pretty much just all inside jokes.
Yeah.
Well, there's still a red handprint on my ass cheek, so.
Yeah. Anyway,
Will,
a picture for Will.
ID, please.
You,
Oh, that's the thing I said.
you have my word. You
Yeah,
have
that
my
one.
word. That was one of the best. So how can you
16.
prove to me you're over 18 then? You have my word.
At a push 17.
Yeah. 16! 16! At to push 17!
Yeah.
The funniest
Not many
thing.
people know that was actually based off an argument James had with someone in a pub, and the writers overheard.
The right,
Oh.
what, when I was like 7 years old? Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I don't even. Oh, I'll change it. I don't know what this picture is.
no,
Oh,
I was
I can't
going to
show
say,
it.
no. Remember the... Stop burning my fucking things! On the camping trip. Come
Oh,
on,
yeah,
like,
and he-
you guys will remember the final in-betweeners episode.
Oh yeah, and then he chucks the chair and goes, "What was he says?" He goes, "I got cold. Just stop burning my things." I forgot.
Anyway, should we just skip to giving an Avengers a rating because I really can't think of much else to say. The action was amazing. The bit where Iron Man sacrifices himself is cool. It shows that he's developed a lot.
Wait, which Avengers are we talking about?
Assemble.
Oh, okay.
We call it Assemble because there was a TV show called The Avengers back in the 60s.
Oh yeah, because Marvel can't get the rights to just call it the Avengers, can they?
I think so.
No, they can. It's only for the X-Men and Spider-Man properties, and Fantastic Four.
Because it's like what Ben said in the UK, they have to call it Avengers Assemble because there's. It is from the. Is it the 60s or the 80s? That weird.
Yeah,
police
Ben
show?
said it's from the 60s.
They could call it The Avengers, but I think they didn't just in case there were any like 50-year-olds who were in the demographic who were like, "What? This isn't a movie about that TV show."
Yeah.
I was
Just
going to
to
say
avoid
that.
confusion. Yeah.
Also,
I
they
was going
just
to say
wanted
that
to, like,
if
simplify
they do go. If they do go to the cinemas and see Iron Man aliens on his crown, they're going to think this isn't really what we were looking for. But yeah,
He drove a great car though.
He's American.
Yeah.
What do we all give it then? I give it like a 9 point. I'll give it a 9.1.
8.
9.
It'd be like a 9 if the first third wasn't so boring, personally. But
Fair enough.
I'm
Probably
gonna
give it a
an
9.
Hey Kill says Bum Bum is fit.
I'd probably give it an 8.
Actually, Bum Bum, as you're here, what would you give it?
I'd give it an 8 too.
George?
9.
Oh yeah, you said 9. Sorry, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Liam, what did you say again?
9.
Oh yes, lad. George, can you change your picture from that penis nose, man?
What do you mean? There's no problem with that.
No, please change it. Please.
Sure.
Okay, I'll change it.
You're going to put it as me again as a kid or something. Anyway, let's move on to legit or a bit. Bum Bum, you've watched a few podcasts. Do you know what legit or a bit is? Don't no one tell him in the comments. No. Do you know what legit or a bit is?
Guys, hurry, tell me in the comments.
Oh, you don't know. I thought
No, I
Bum
don't.
Bum, I thought you watched ALP a bit, man.
I do. I just don't know the inside jokes.
Oh, okay. Well, legit or a bit is a segment where it's basically like Would I Lie to You, but obviously not exactly the same because Would I Lie to You is in teams. So everyone's going to come up with a story, and I have to guess if it's true or false. Do you want to come up with a story, Bum Bum, or you're not bothered?
You're gonna have to give me a sec to come up with a story.
Oh, you know what? We can leave it for another time, man. To be fair, it doesn't matter.
Oh, we're not doing it like for each person. It's just only like.
I have to guess Liam, Aaron, and Ben's and George's story, but as you've never done it before, you might not be that good at it.
Hang on.
To be fair, most Americans and Canadians I've got on, they don't really, they're not really that good at it.
So I have to come up with a story about anything, and you have to guess whether it's true or if it's a lie.
Yeah. All right.
But
Ben, Liam, Aaron, and George, you tell your stories first. Go on, and I'll.
Which one wants to go first?
Aaron.
Oh, me. Okay.
Can I guess them one at a time instead of having to guess 4 at once? Though I think that'd be cooler.
Yeah, I think
we should do that from now on because it's a lot to remember when like 3 people are telling stories at once. I know that you had to do that, Liam. Though, guess 3 stories at once. All right, Aaron, you go first then.
Okay. So in primary school, or I don't know what you call it in America. I was
elementary.
10. I would say that's how I was 10. Right, I was 10, primary school. I was not bullied, but forced by teachers into pretending to be a gay man in a school play.
Oh,
what play was it?
I can't remember the name.
Very easy, wouldn't he?
You mean James Charles? I mean, I've got a masculine voice, but I can go, "Hi, sisters!" So
hey, sisters.
Ben does it quite well as well.
Oh, God.
Hi, sisters!
Sisters.
What did I say? Twisters? Oh. Dad, how long do I have to hold this here? Put it back up!
I have no idea what's going on at the moment. I took my headphones off.
Do you remember that TikTok thing where that son says to his dad, because you put it in the group chat, Aaron, and he's like, James Charles shaved his head, and he's like, oh, really? And then he shaves his head, and he's just got all makeup on.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the funniest things ever.
Wait, what was the school play, if I may ask?
I can't remember the name, but it was based around King Arthur, and there was a backdrop of a castle, and they specifically wrote in this gay character just to annoy me.
What did you have to do was it the students writing it or the teachers?
No, it was the teachers because we were like
9, 10, 11. What did you have to do?
Well, they told me to. What was the exact words they used? They said, "Go half Michael Jackson, half Louis Spence."
Louis Spence. Well, what did you have to do in the play? Then what did you have to say?
Basically, I had to walk out and this is a different era, but basically, I had to feel up the main character. Go like, oh, you've got good padding for the night.
I'm sorry, this is false, Aaron. If it's false.
No, it's actually true, James.
Not true.
No, it is.
Aaron,
I think it's just sue those teachers.
Political correctness wasn't that bonkers back then, Aaron. That's nonsense.
No.
They didn't do that. It's false. It didn't happen. They didn't make you feel up the main character. That is nonsense. That didn't happen. Null and void.
If you let me explain, basically, at the time, there was a few people who didn't want to be in the play, so they specifically wrote roles in for people who like this. And this one kid, I'm not gonna lie, I think he had issues. They wrote it for him, and then they cast me as it for some reason. And I have photos of me at the time dressed as this, and I don't want to share them, but
you got to share them with someone.
Well, that isn't even. Well, that is a good legit or a bit because as soon as you said they made you. I would have guessed true, but when you said that made you pretend to feel someone up.
No, right. I don't mean like. I don't mean like. I don't mean like actually like going. I mean like on the shoulders, work your way down, sort of thing.
Still, that is strange to make a 10-year-old do that. That's disgusting behaviour from
the teacher.
That's why. If you hadn't have said that, though, I would have gone for true.
I'm surprised that's actually. I'm not surprised that's true because it seems like one of those things. That
and just one thing I want to add as well. Because usually school productions go over 2 days.
Yeah.
So they're one-on-one night, one on the other night in case parents can't turn up. One night, someone was doing it with me for some reason. I never really knew what was going on, and this other kid was near me, and he sort of took over the role. So I was like sort of the backup guy and didn't really do much. And the other night they just dumped it all on me.
Okay.
The kid who originally wanted to do it.
Ben, what's your story?
All right, I gotta. Well, basically in the advertising course at uni, we had socials. We don't have them now because of COVID, unfortunately. But we had socials basically to meet with the other years because they wanted to get everyone in the course to kind of know each other, especially when it comes to like end of year exhibitions when you try to get like fundraising, because you can just appeal to the younger years and stuff. And the very first ad social I went on, I was dressed as a golfer, and one of the little, because you have like drinking games and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, one of them was pub golf, hence dressed like a golfer. But they also did a thing where they tied the first years to the third years. So me, a first year who was very like sober and therefore socially awkward, was tied to this like, attractive third year girl who's very bubbly, and they had to tie our wrists together. And the idea of pub golf, the idea of pub golf obviously is you have to drink in as many little sips as possible, like regular golf. Yeah. So if you down a drink, then you get a hole in one, And let's just say that's a dangerous game because at the start of the night, I was able to down down a glass of Kermit and I think a lager at Spoons. But then by the end of the night, I think I'd had some tequila, and I started to brown out, which is when I don't, you forget what's happening and you haven't got full consciousness. And later that night, I woke up on the sofa of my uni accommodation, and when I was passed out, someone had stacked a pizza box and a chair on top of me. And when I wake up, I take the chair and the pizza box off, and I'm looking up at like a group of people I've never met before, and they're saying, "He's had a fun night."
This is probably just my bad skill at bloody legit or a bit, but it sounds like you're being very, very specific with it and making a really good effort to make this sound true and throw me off. So I'm going to go for false.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I'm going to go for false. Is it true though, Ben? It's probably true.
I'm going true.
What about you, Liam and Aaron?
I'll go true just because I've seen some very bizarre things at my university, and that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'll say true as well.
It is true.
Oh, bloody hell. That was a really good one, Ben. Threw me off totally.
The ad socials are truly they're a lot of fun, and I do miss going on them. Yeah, never doing it again.
Liam, what's your story?
In year 6 of primary school, we did sort of class assembly, but it was sort of like a play, I guess, that you would do.
Another play one.
Oh no, it is. Sorry, but I was struggling to think of, I was struggling to do a story, and I was asked by my class teacher, and I guess other sort of pupils in the class sort of wanted me to as well. They basically wanted me to play Oliver Twist because I thought I looked like him.
Okay. What, is that it?
Well, pretty much. And then I went ahead and played the character.
I keep going for false, but I'm going to go for false again.
I'm going to go for false.
I'll go false as well.
I'll go true.
What about Aaron?
Oh, yeah, I'll go true. So I was reading something then. Sorry.
It's false because even though I was asked, I didn't want to play the character, so that's it. Really, nothing interesting.
One right and two wrong. George's is the decider if I can even it
right,
out.
Okay.
Let us blow.
So this was quite a long way back, about 5 years ago. I used to talk to this.
5 years. True already.
I used to talk to this guy who lived in Japan, and during an earthquake once, she had to go and basically hide under a table. But what I didn't know is she was wearing a wig. So when she went out and hid under the table, the terrible quarter wig and came off, and she's actually a guy.
That is a really good one. You know what, George? Because of something similar that happened to you 5 years ago, I'm gonna have to go for true. Everyone
Anyone
else?
else?
I'm going for
If,
false.
if you want names, I can say.
I'm going false because there's going to be some little quirk like that did happen, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Or-
going to go for true. It does. No, it's so bonkers. It probably happened because George just told her the weird ones that are so stupid and wouldn't
I was
happen.
going to say unless George thought it was a man, then it was a woman.
Now, do you know he's
Well-
not that stupid? I'm going. Oh no, I don't know what to do. Oh fuck it, go. It doesn't matter. I'm sticking with true.
I'll go
I'm
true.
going
I would say false.
It is false.
Told you. Told you.
Knew it.
Well done, lads. Well done.
I even had fake names ready for if you asked.
Ah man, I thought it. But the problem was no, George. Last time because you did that really weird one where it was like you commented poo poo and then everyone laughed and also commented poo poo and that turned out to be true. I thought on the Who Are Dick streams, I thought some of this stupid is somehow true. Oh man, that I should have known that one was false. Aaron and Ben's one was really skilled. Liam's one was a bit boring.
I even had names ready, you see.
Yeah,
I had two names in my
I should have said false, man, but there you go.
I have a story.
I mean, true. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Go on, boom, boom.
It's all right. All right. So I went on to this stream because I looked on Mixer while it was still around, and I saw that Snoop Dogg was streaming. I was like, wait, Snoop Dogg streams? And then I went into his stream and I decided to comment, yo, what's up, Double G? Yeah. Are you smoking a good joint? And then he started laughing when he saw my comment, but then I got banned from the stream.
Wait, he banned you?
Yeah. I don't know if it was him or his moderator. I think it was his
That
moderator.
doesn't seem like Snoop Dogg would let that slide. So I'm gonna go for false.
I was going to say on streaming sites, they are really weird with some terms that you use. So I'll probably go true. Just for a change.
Yeah, I'm gonna say true as well.
Actually, no, I'm changing to true. I'm changing to true now. Actually,
False.
I'm saying false. Yeah.
Oh, was that everyone?
Yeah.
Ben.
All right.
I said false.
It was actually true.
Yes. I'm
What
gonna
about
change
judgment
to the last minute.
It did happen, and it was funny as hell.
Yeah,
Well, I got 2 right and 3 wrong. That was quite tragic.
Wait,
Boom,
can I actually
boom.
do another one?
Sounds like that. No. I want to move on to reviews.
All
now.
right.
Sorry, lad.
No,
Maybe
it's all right. It's all right.
Maybe some other time. Boom, boom. Would you
Yeah.
ever be up for doing a podcast where we just chat about Lego for like
Yeah,
an hour
I'd
or
be down
something?
for that.
That'd be pretty sick.
Ooh, have you ever reviewed all the Lego games or whatnot?
I can't be asked to do that. Sorry.
No, I just finished playing the complete
The
saga.
problem is all the Lego games are just the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Like TCS is one of the best games ever, but then everything else it's all right. You sort of just go along for the journey, but there not much to say about the game.
I wouldn't really say that they're all the same, but I mean, like free roam wise, yes, but story wise, not really.
What about Lego Dimensions?
But they play the same, and you collect
Okay,
the
so you can't
coins
even play
and
them
you do
anymore.
the exact same thing.
Yeah,
It
but
looks
I
like
mean,
they're
if you're just there to play like the story of the game, or like if you're just there for the story, then like it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I mean,
No,
complete,
I think they're objectively.
yeah.
I think they're subjectively decent fun, like the Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones. But objectively, the only amazing one is Star Wars.
I mean, Skywalker Saga looks like it's going to be
Something
kind of
different.
their renaissance because they're like shaking up the camera and the hub system and everything.
Yeah. And they're gonna Boss Nass will have 4 arms and be as good with the sword as General Grievous.
I think my problem with them recently is stuff like I think Lego Marvel 2, where they're just trying to make the gameplay more. It's just not that simple, and they're just trying to make the puzzles really complicated and stuff. And I really
Yeah, I didn't really like Lego Marvel 2, to be honest.
Wait. Sorry to cut you off, guys. Aaron, you haven't seen my second brick film yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Can I show it you? Come on.
I'll watch it after because it's going to
No.
Well,
No. It's only a minute. It's only a minute. Come on, Aaron. It's quite funny.
We still got phase 2 to do.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I
no.
thought. It's in the title as well.
No. It's only a short thing. Come on. It's funny. It's quite funny.
Okay.
I mean,
let's do it.
How about I have to unplug it?
But James, it's almost 2 minutes.
Today is the day. Man, it's been a long time coming.
I remember this.
Today's the day. Today is the day. I pay. Banned, George. How dare you? Yeah, I want to speak to someone about paying my bills, please. Are you calling about a problem with your broadband? No, bills. I'm calling about paying my bills. Are you calling about renewing your subscription for a streaming service? No, bills! 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 I want to pay my bills! You like to speak to someone about paying your bills? Yes! Finally! Brilliant! You shall be passed over now. Hooray! Hello, how can I help you?
Oh no!
That's not what's the name, is it?
Hello, Ben! Mickey Mouse.
You stupid idiot!
Come on.
James, it's too close to reality.
What do you think then, Aaron?
I mean,
That's a great video.
the
What
thing
are
is, there's two contexts really, because there's the context of it's just a Lego thing, and then there's context of the voices that I know.
Yeah,
With
but
the-
obviously voices aren't copyrighted. They're not based on one person, are they? I can still use a voice for different people.
I mean, I'm picturing it as people who aren't there, and that makes it 10 times funnier. But it is a decent video, yeah.
No, but people still found that voice funny anyway. Like I can use voices however I want. Really, it doesn't have to be based on anyone or anything.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Voices aren't copyrighted.
Yeah, I think things all right.
I have returned. Welcome back, Sean. And George is going berserk. All right.
Was George kicked that whole time?
Yes, I was.
I think he yawned or something. And I was like, bang! But anyway, back to it, Mr. Tit. What's the next film then? Iron Man 3? Bag of Arse.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I did have a list of Marvel.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, it's Iron Man 3 next.
Yeah. I think
Let's
it had a lot
try
more action than 1 or 2.
I'm kicking you out again. Now, for some reason, no, for some reason, I watch reviews on this, and the whole internet love this film, and I just don't get it. It's such a bag of shit.
It was really bad.
It was honestly so like that. So you had the anxiety story at first, which made no sense because that should have happened in 2 with him becoming the hero and everything. This should have been the self-destructive film.
Oh,
but
one,
fine.
really?
Have the anxiety. All right, I'm gonna have to kick George out. Have the
You
anxiety.
missed a load of
film in
things
there.
he did then.
Well, he was going like this.
No, he was doing stuff before that when you were talking.
What was he doing?
He looked like a T-Rex trying to scratch his chin.
Goodness sake. Lol. Bills! I want to pay my bills! Iron Man 3 is the best in the trilogy, MIO. Sean, please tell me this is some edgy joke. Please tell me this is just some edgy joke. No, I'm messing. Look, if anyone loves Iron Man, George is going. If anyone loves Iron Man, look, you can love whatever films you want, but honestly, I thought this was awful. All the internet loves it. Everyone says Jeremy Johns, Chris Stuckman, somebody else. They all say that it's great, but honestly, I found it so boring. They pick on really little minuscule things, like he's nothing without this suit, and blah 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 blah. It shows in this scene because it gets shut off and he has to do things himself. And it's like, what? but no heroes, anything without their powers or their suit. That doesn't make any sense. That isn't a thing to take away from it. And the villain reveal was the biggest pile of. I didn't even think. I thought, am I watching a Marvel film? What's this shit? What the hell is going on? Like the terrorist is just sitting on the seat, and then he's like, "Oh, hello, I'm an actor. Oh, how's it going? I can do all sorts of voices. I can. Oh, I can do terrorist. Hello. Oh, I can do. Oh, hello. Oh, I can do this. I can do that." And it's like, what? I'm not. Am I watching a Marvel film? What the hell is going on? The climax of the story was decent, but everything else was honestly the biggest barrel of dog shit. Okay, not that far. It was just really bad and unfunny. The kid was okay. He was decent. You know, Tony having a go at him was kind of okay. Again, War Machine's decent in it. The president, the scene at the end when he's saving all the people out of the plane, that was kind of interesting. But the comedy was just absolutely, utterly tragic. As I said, the villain reveal was crap. The villain was quite generic. The other villain was kind of all right when you go back in time and see him talk to that guy, and then you see Poe there before, how he met him for 1 second. But it made no sense that the villain was the villain, like the business guy. It's another business guy again. Why repeat the same crap again?
Sorry, I'll be right back for a sec.
Sound, bro. But it makes no sense.
Wasn't even Mandarin.
Yeah, exactly. But you know that business guy who's a villain? It made no sense because his life got sorted out. His life was going great. Like, he had all that physical therapy and everything was going perfect. But why would you go back and get revenge when you've pretty much done everything you want? And the powers, like when people had turned into fiery things, it was okay, but it was a bit gimmicky, I thought. So that's rant over about Iron Man 3. I just thought it was quite shit.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't really get how, like, people turning into fire really related to, like, Iron Man, I guess. It felt more like a Doctor Strange thing, really, in hindsight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was really out of place.
I mean, that's the issue with a lot of Iron Man movies is it's like even in like Spider-Man and stuff. It's like, oh, Tony Stark bumped into me 25 years ago and he coughed a bit too loud, so it hurt my ears. And it's just like, why can't I think of something a bit different than businessman wants revenge?
Exactly. It's rubbish. Liam?
Yeah, I think it's sort of like the first Captain America in the sense that, because with this film, I actually saw it in the cinema. And when I was younger, I think I did like it. But then when I rewatched it, I didn't like it as much. And yeah, it just didn't have what the original Iron Man had. So it's sort of like Iron Man 2 in that respect. And it just didn't have the magic of the first one.
Yeah. You know, another issue though, bloody what was really weird, Pepper turned into a fire thing in the end. I mean, it's cool how she got a superpower, but that was a bit odd. And what was the other really weird thing that happened? There was one more really weird thing that stuck out to me that I forgot to say. Not the anxiety story. Oh yeah, when he said, "This is my address, come get me." What the hell? That isn't a Tony Stark thing. That's a lunatic thing. Like, first off, he would have got doxed a million times and swatted and a million things sent to his house. And then the terrorists would have shown up and shot him.
Who's sending me turf samples?
To what you were saying before, Iron Man 2 was pretty bad.
Yeah. All right, George, do you want to say your point? Sorry.
He's going to turn into the Hulk.
Go on then, George.
Right. The Sean.
Get on!
That is evil. That is absolutely evil.
That's just mean.
George is angry, apparently.
I'd be angry.
Go on, George. Go on.
No.
Oh, okay, fair enough. It's just a bag of arse, to be honest.
Okay. Shut up. So, the child finding Tony, it could have easily been bad, but because they chose a good kid actor, and they wrote him good, I spent enough time with him. It was made into a quite nice scene, I thought. And as you were saying before, him giving it out of the dress was really dumb, I thought.
Out of character, like maybe Hulk would have done that when he was Hulk, or maybe bloody Thor would have done it as a joke. But
Yeah,
like,
because Thor would just be like, yeah, I'm in Asgard, come get me.
I live in Asgard. Come and get me in Asgard.
Asgard.
Loki, let's sing some karaoke. No.
What else is there? The magma guy, he was cool. No,
No, he wasn't.
Wait,
no.
What?
The magma
You
guy.
mean the fire guy? What are you on about, magma guy? The villain, the business.
Saying the guy that shoots like
Killian.
Mandarin. He was the fire guy.
No, I mean just like an actual mandarin, like a little orange.
That was the true.
They actually said that
George, all
real
you had to
Mandarin
say,
is in the
your
MCU,
own.
but-
Oh, sorry, gone bum bum.
Oh, I was just saying that Kevin Feige was saying actually that the real Mandarin is in the MCU, and that what the Met enthusiast said that he was going to.
Oh, yeah.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, there's going to be one in Shang-Chi. We did say that at the start of the podcast, but yeah, he's right.
I didn't like this Iron Man 3 suit with that.
It's not actually Shang-Chi, is it?
Yeah,
Shang-Chi.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shang-Chi. Sorry.
Shang-Chi, yeah.
I thought it was Shang-Chi. Sorry.
It's Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. All right, thanks, lads.
No problem.
Tony Stark is Hulk, right?
I didn't like the new suit with all like the silver front on it.
Okay.
Well, isn't it in Iron Man 3 where all the suits are like made out of paper because they just fall apart if you touch them? yeah.
Oh,
there's
I know what
that scene.
you're talking about.
There's that scene right at the end where they just sort of where that one gets hit by one car and blows up. It's like, well, Tony Stark took like a tank shot, didn't he? No, not a tank shot.
Yeah,
sorry,
because, the suit for Iron Man 3 is like
It went from
prototype,
6 to 3
so
viewers. I'm shocked.
That's why like it was like constantly being garbage.
Hey, Kill. You've got some respect for your thumbnail here. That thumbnail is one to remember for the ages. So there you go. Bricks writes the thumbnail.
We should put the link in the description if I remember.
I have linked to
right.
the channel. I'm
All
99% sure.
That's good.
What did you think of Tony separating himself from the world?
No, he didn't do it intentionally. I thought the suit just went out of control and crash landed in the snow. Oh, you mean at the end when he gives up Iron Man? Well, that was pointless because he just comes back, so it didn't matter. It was like it wasn't any conclusion, and he loves being Iron Man, so it made no sense at all. It was just the end of the trilogy. He's taken the thing out of his heart. Well done.
I mean, basically, all he had done was he put something in the bin. That was it.
Okay, so let's just go to ratings because this film was a bag of arse. I mean, George, the only argument you had for the film was that the kid was a good actor and Tony Stark was stupid for letting the terrorists in, and you didn't like the silver suit, but you liked how he gave up being Iron Man and coming back a few films later. So
one thing I kind of want to say about the film is that I did like Iron Patriot. I did
that was good.
Introduction of him, even though he was like only in this one movie, and then he just went back to
which one was
Machine.
Iron Patriot? Oh, right, War Machine. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Like, I hope that if they go into more with Iron Patriot, hopefully it'll be Norman Osborn, like in the comics.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think so. It'd be cool if they did Norman Osborn, but he wasn't Green Goblin, just to like subvert expectations.
Yeah.
The suits blowing up is part of why it's a good standalone film. Nah, sorry, Sean.
Well, yeah, but then he just rebuilds it, put in nanotechnology, in the later ones.
Yeah, it's just
So there's no point to it.
exactly.
It's sort of like burning all your clothes, but wearing 2 pairs of clothes at once. Because you've always got some. It's just.
Well, I'm done with those Iron Man suits. Anyway, I'm going to build some more Iron Man suits.
Yeah.
I also. Sorry.
On to the worst MCU movie, would you say?
It's actually my least favorite.
Probably.
I think like The Dark World is probably the worst one, but for me, it's at the bottom just because I never enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say I've only watched it from about halfway from the end to the end. I haven't watched any of it, but I have seen clips and stuff.
I think the only good thing is the bad guy.
Of Iron Man 3, Aaron.
Yeah, I've only watched like when it's that Seaman in the shipyard, isn't it? Or like the dock bit. I've only watched from there.
No, but I mean that final scene was quite good. To be fair, it was a good action scene. But George, no, that villain, it didn't make any sense. He was exactly like the villain from the second one, except it didn't make any sense why he was.
No, Dark World. I'm talking about.
Oh, Dark World. Okay, let's move on to that anyway. I mean, let's give scores quickly. I'll give this one a 5. On actually, yeah, 5. It's not quite a 4. It's a 5, I think.
6.
I thought you said you loved it, Liam.
I don't know. It's good.
Oh, he's not here. Ben.
I've just got to check my rating on Letterboxd. 5. Yeah.
Aaron.
I'd probably give it a 4, just to be fair.
Fair enough. I can understand that because it is just bollocks. Bum.
I actually have one more thing to add about the film.
Go on.
I did like the scene where all the suits came and just started like attacking at the end. That was pretty cool. Other than that, I think I'm gonna give it a. I'll give it a 6. Why not?
Fair enough. Liam, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Probably a 7, 6.5, 7. So probably 6.7 out of 10 or something like that.
Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, I need to correct myself. Earlier, when I said about the accents, it was actually he did an American accent. It wasn't like what you depicted stereotypical terrorist accent as.
I was going to say that would be a bit weird.
Yeah,
for an MCU.
It was actually an American accent. I totally forgot. So he was like, "I can do American accent." And he was like, "Oh," but I'm actually British. That was what it was. I got that totally mixed up. Sorry about that, everyone.
I have a feeling that was actually like Ben Kingsley, not actually in Riley. It was just Ben Kingsley. He just sort of being kidnapped for the movie, and
Is he actually a good actor, or is he just a bag of?
Yeah. Ben Kingsley, he's like a really distinguished actor, isn't he? But
why did they make him do so shit in this?
I mean, to be fair, the only movies I know him from is Iron Man 3 and Thunderbird.
How did he act so well in Shutter Island? Schindler's List. Why did he act so shit in Iron Man 3? He was just stupid in that.
I mean, because as I just said, I only know him from Iron Man 3 and Thunderbirds. So
I thought you would have at least seen
Thunderbirds.
I thought you would have at least seen Shutter Island and Gandhi.
No, I haven't seen them yet. I've read the book though, Shutter Island.
Okay.
Is that the 2004 movie?
Yeah, the only live action.
I thought I recognised him. Wasn't well. I couldn't figure it out. What he just said.
Can we move on to a Dark World? Bloody hell, it's nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, because I'm going to need to go in a sec anyway.
Oh, you've got to go. Oh, damn it.
Well, in a bit, yeah, because because it's a bit later than we'd usually be streaming up now as well, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
You know what? As it's nearly 20 past 10, do you want to leave it at Winter Soldier and just do everything else in 2 weeks' time?
I don't think it'll take long to do. Dark World, Winter Soldier, Guardians, Ultron, and Ant-Man, so only 5.
Actually, yeah, don't get me started. Don't get me started on Guardians because I can talk about the movie for fucking hours. You know?
I was going to say the movies from here on out would take a decent amount of time to get to.
I'd rather just leave it at Winter Soldier. Then once we get to Winter Soldier, just talk about that. Then leave it till like 2 weeks' time.
All right.
Okay, so Dark World. It was
the best villain. Actually, no, the second best villain.
Wait, who even was the villain again? Wasn't it just a big
I think you'll recognise him, James, and I have a bit of a bias.
But they cut out all of his good scenes, though, so you should be angry at what the film did to Christopher Eccleston.
Oh yeah.
Wait, was that Christopher Eccleston?
He played the villain.
Yeah. It was, yes.
In a really boring design, to be honest.
The one thing I can say positive about that film is that I did like Curse's design.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea that was Christopher Eccleston. I had absolutely no idea. That is mental. That is pistol mental. Yeah. Bloody hell. Absolutely.
Oh
How did
no, I didn't even see the film until not long ago.
I can't honestly. The film was just really forgettable. Loki just stabbed him in the back about 20 million times.
I
It
think
was a
the only scene I remember is when they were going through. Was it they're going through the cliffs and like we're not gonna fit, we have fit, and then they fit, and that was it.
yeah.
That was a really bad description, but
I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. When they're flying out of the place and they've got people coming after him.
and there's that one where Loki smears his prison cell with poo in it.
What?
I remember that bit.
Yeah, that was a good scene. That was.
The fight scenes are okay. Why were they even angry at Thor again? What did he do? That was treason.
He broke Loki out.
Oh, okay.
I think that was it, wasn't it?
Shame Thor's mom died in it though. Natalie Portman was. It was cool how she came to Asgard. That was
Kate Denning was good. Or Kat Denning. Kat Denning.
To be fair, I don't particularly like her. She just has a very weird personality, I think, in movies.
Yeah, I can kind of agree to that.
Yeah.
Because like people, I don't personally hate her or anything. It's just she just plays herself in all these movies. It's like she's not putting on an act. It's just that's how she'd act if this really happened, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Loki was the only funny one, and the other jokes were painful by everyone else.
Mm.
I mean, one thing I want to say actually is the first 10 minutes of the film are quite good. How Thor just like blows up that rock guy. That was quite good.
That was really cool. Yeah, and they all just shit themselves and like we surrender.
I don't know what you guys would say said this, but I think there was way too much Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I guess she was coming
I know-
on a bit too much.
I know in some ways you can't have way too much of her because it's Natalie Portman. But in other ways, like acting wise, there's way too much of her.
Well, I mean, oh yeah, can I tell you something quickly though? Eric Selvig running around naked was like, I didn't know what to make of that. That was like,
That was hilarious though.
I wouldn't say it was like, it was sort of like, what the fuck funny. It wasn't really like funny. It was just like, so you've got this really serious character and you're making him just a lunatic now. But I guess it's funny as in like, what the fuck funny. But it's not funny as in,
Yeah, I don't know. I still found it funny. I did find a lot of the humor, or a fair amount of the humor, funny in this film. But that was probably one of the best aspects about it, really.
the humor. What are the funny moments were there then? I mean, it was really funny when Loki changed to Captain America. That was quite
like this. It was probably mostly the stuff with Loki that was funny. Yeah,
so that was quite funny.
and then
one-
that was
One scene that a lot of people find funny, which I don't really understand, is when Thor gets on the train or like on the underground. It's like, well, what's funny about this? He's just getting the train back to the fight.
Isn't it because that woman was looking at him or something, and he was really close to her? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck's this guy? There ain't much else to say about the film.
Sorry, there's one thing I was going to say as well. In the first movie, like I said before, the worlds look really like big and grand, but like in this one, they just look okay, a bit dull. And I know this might sound funny, but the Dark World looked very dull and boring.
Yeah. It's not the most exciting of.
Wasn't it a scene where Thor got his arm cut off, but it was just an illusion?
Yeah.
That was probably like the most shocking thing, like the entire thing. But then I was like, oh, just an illusion. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, his arm or his hand or something. Yeah.
Well, you could say an arm for an eye.
What would you guys rate it? So we can get on to Winter Soldier. I'll give it like a 6.
I'd give it a 6, but you could easily skip it. And the only thing you sort of need about it is what the ether is, because you just want to find out what that is about the Infinity Stone. That's the only reason you watch it.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. 1 for X and 1 for Loki. I'm saying I'd have third one for Chris as well.
5, fair enough. Ben, bum.
5, yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Fair enough. I mean, it was quite crap. The thing is, the Loki stuff. I mean, overall, they're right. There wasn't anything tragic, in my opinion, in it, but there was nothing good apart from like a couple little bits. So that's why it gets a 6 for me. But I get why people dislike it even more. To be fair, I do really understand.
Yeah, I probably.
Oh, sorry, June, go in.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I probably like it as much as Iron Man 3, so I'll probably give it 6.7 again or something like that. You know, between 6.5 and 7.
Yeah. What would you say? What was you going to say, Brendan?
I was gonna say, I do like how they kind of reimagined Malekith into live action, because in the original design for him is very very colorful, very generic, like comic book, tights. Yeah, and he did have like half his face white and then half of it black. So I do like how he kind of gets like a scar on the side of his face. I do like how they kind of explain that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Dark Elves look pretty cool. They're creepy, but other than that, the movie was pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, now on to Winter Soldier. Yeah, pretty amazing, this one. I mean,
There's some great twists and turns in it.
Yeah. Bucky coming back, that was like, whoa. Captain America trying constantly, to like get Bucky to remember. Very interesting. The fat flappy scientist, the one with the big face and the glasses, and he's like, I am now on the TV.
Is it Han? Oh, I forget his name.
The one who like was what's his name? Hugo Weaving's bitch in the first one.
Artem Zola.
That's it. Yeah, Zola. Yeah. I was going to. Oh, Zemo's the guy out of Age of Ultron, isn't he? I always get them two mixed up in my head for some reason.
Yeah.
Yep. Haykill said Bricks Mania. I made it. Winter Soldier is GOAT in the early movies, definitely. It might be, to be fair. It's really close between this and Iron Man. I think this is your longest stream. I think we did like 2 hours and 20 for Christmas or the New Year. Can't remember. Or something.
I think we've nearly gone for 2.5 hours before. Yeah, I think.
But sorry, who was saying stuff about Winter Soldier?
You were, I think.
Oh, okay. The fights were cool. As I say, it was really cool how the lift scene was hilarious and people kept getting in the lift and he's like, you sure you want to do this? And then Captain America just kicks all their asses. That was absolutely top banter.
One thing that I liked in this was Cap trying to deal with losing all the people that he knew. Like,
yeah,
it started up with Carter at the start, but he's grieving for like everyone that he's lost as he's growing up older.
Oh yeah,
everybody dies.
We get introduced to what's the guy's name? The dude at the start.
Sam Wilson.
Yeah.
Sam,
but what's his name?
Falcon.
Falcon.
Yeah.
Falcon.
He's really cool.
Yeah, he's good in the new show.
I liked how they kind of did a Winter Soldier. I think he was pretty interesting as a character.
Yeah.
The one thing I kind of wish they did was try to make Armin Zola a robot.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, it kind of, or at least like in like future movies see him, because didn't he die in the movie?
I think so. Yeah, he kind of like self-destructs.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, hopefully they bring him back.
Sam, I didn't really like the villain reveal loads. Like, how the villain was just the dude in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then he gets the gun out and then it's a standoff between him, Nick Fury.
Oh, I forgot his name. Isn't it Robert Redford?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's not Robert Redford in the movie. It's just whoever he's playing. I always forget his name.
I would have liked him to have had a bit more of a presence in the film instead of just rolling in at the end and being like, I'm the bad guy, haha, and then he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah.
The bit where Captain America's like, I'm with you till the end of the line. That was really amazing. I love that. And he was like, and he's like,
I was going to say the scene with Nick Fury gets chased to the.
Oh, that was epic. Yeah.
That
was really sick.
So I have a bit of a weird story because when I watched that, this is such a random tangent, but I needed a new phone, and because Nick Fury had a HTC, I got a HTC because that was the worst phone I've ever had. Just a random thing I just threw in there.
And it was the first MCU Russo brothers movie, so it was bound to be.
As you could say, you were furious.
End of stream. End. Nah. Everyone, what did you think then? Come on.
9. I'm going for 9.
No. I meant like other good things about the film.
I was going to say.
His arm.
I was going to say one thing about it is that's the first sort of movie where technology sort of becomes too far in the future. That makes. And I know it's meant to be like futuristic, but it's from that movie onwards where it's like there's massive ships appear and all that.
I have the power.
By the power of Grayskull.
He-Man. No.
What do you think of it, Mr. Liam? Actually, no, I'll cut you off, Aaron. Something about the technology and how they showed off better technology in the film.
Oh, I was just saying it's from that movie onwards where technology is like shown to be so far advanced and everything. Yeah. It's like almost any issue is technology can fix it.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Really mad. But Ben, anything you want to say about it, lad?
Yeah, I mean, I think I prefer Civil War, but I still think it's probably one of Marvel's best movies.
I think Civil War.
Oh, I think
is one of the best.
Yeah, I think someone pointed out to me that like they personally would have preferred the movie if instead of the reveal that the Shield had been infiltrated by Hydra. If instead it was literally just Captain America fighting against the government, like with no evil Nazis running things. And I thought, maybe that might be,
That would have been cool, but like Hydra is linked in all 3 films in it, sort of. So
yeah, and that's that bit's fun. But like I didn't necessarily think it had to be like that. I liked the name drops to Doctor Strange, which was like 2 years before he even showed up, or was it 2 years? Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was cool, and I don't know. I like Steve Rogers. Isn't my favorite character in the MCU. I find him a little vanilla. But
he's a bit generic, but it's cool how he just soldiers on. And I think with Bucky, it's interesting how he wants to hold on to the past still, but then that sort of gets ruined in Endgame because he gets to go and live in his past again, and he's an old man. It's sort of like, well, that whole thing doesn't have meaning. Well, it technically did have meaning because he still had to go through missing everyone, but then he got to go and have it back. So it's sort of like a happy ending, but it doesn't make you feel for him anymore.
I know you guys haven't seen this yet, but the way they carry on from Endgame with his story, I think you might enjoy it because it's very different than what you would expect to happen.
Yeah. I've been watching Falcon. I'm not going to spoil it, by the way. Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
it's all right, but I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to say any plots or anything, but it is effectively the Captain America thing.
Okay. I've got a lot more to watch once I get through the rest of the MCU and WandaVision, so I won't get around to the Falcon for quite a bit. Probably like a couple months.
So far, it doesn't really seem to be that groundbreaking or anything, but
it just seems to be very like. It's like, look, something from. I don't want to say, but
it's more political, basically.
Yeah. There's a lot. This is alright because it's not a spoiler, but there's a lot of hints about people don't like Sam because he's black, that sort of thing. I'm not trying to get political here.
There was a mention though of a character that we haven't seen yet from the Black Panther series. I'll just say that.
With the political stuff, Aaron, is it sort of done in a good way like South Park would do it, or is it done in a bit of an SJW PC rubbish way?
It's right.
It kind of comes out of nowhere, I think.
The example I'm going to use is literally seeing the thing, but they're talking, please show up, accuse him of being a black man, that sort of thing.
That sounds a little bit over the top and preachy.
I was going to say they don't accuse him of being a black man, because I'm not trying to be weird, but Sam Wilson is, but you know, it's just like, oh,
Accuse him of being black. Yeah.
He's like, what's going on here then? And then he goes, get in the car. And then, sorry.
It's basically just used as like it's used as a way to in that scene because there are not to obviously spoil anything, but they're like arguing, and it's basically just a way for him to say like, hey, look, I am, you know, it's a big deal that like there's a black person in this role and stuff. And it's okay, but I feel like there are better ways to do that, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because it does sort of come off as, yeah, I know I'm black, but I am the Falcon. So
I'll see I'll see what it might be one of those things where you.
I haven't watched it. Obviously, I haven't watched it yet. But like, first off, in this day and age, you know, I mean, no one like what Falcon's a good character. It doesn't matter what he looks like at the end of the day. You know, I don't. It's whatever. I guess they can do what they want if they want to write things like that.
Yeah.
Falcon, like, you know, if they want to make the police look good, I suppose. There you go. Well, but back to Winter Soldier though. Pretty amazing film, as I say.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good.
Probably an 8.5, near a 9.
An 8 for me.
9.4.
Nice.
I'll say 9.
Bum.
Like I say, it's good. It's good, but it's not one of my favorites. So
fair play.
Yeah, it's good, but not one of my favorites. So I'll probably give it an 8.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. I'm looking forward to the stream in a couple of weeks' time, though, when we get talking about Infinity War. Because Aaron, you don't, not Infinity War, Civil War, because you don't like that one, do you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like it. I don't agree with certain things in it, and you don't like me for it. So
I never said I disliked you, bro. Come on.
No. I mean, you.
What things that then? What things are that?
Give me one thing, Aaron.
What was that?
Give me one thing that you disagreed with in it, and I won't get too like I'll wait till, but just give me one thing.
The main thing I dislike is how Captain America goes up and beyond to do stuff for his friend that clearly is morally wrong.
Yeah, I remember this now. Well, this will be a very interesting discussion for next stream.
I'm firm on my opinion here. I do not agree with Captain America.
But the thing is, though, it's his only remnant from the past, and Bucky had no control over what he did. Aaron, if you went around and someone had control over everything you did and you did a bunch of bad shit, I'd be angry at the person who made you do that shit. I wouldn't be angry at you for doing that shit. I'd try and help you no matter what, if that was the case.
I mean, recently I have seen it more from both sides, but I still stand firm that I do not agree with Captain America at all.
Well,
it's just way people.
I've got to admit, I'm on James's side because I'm on Team Cap when it comes to this movie.
Nah. Well, all I'm going to say is what Iron Man wanted to happen. If that was put in place, certain events in the future would not have happened.
What if if the government took over the Avengers and just commanded them to do whatever?
Well, at least that way, millions of people wouldn't get destroyed just by having a fancy superhero fight.
Oh, why would have that changed anything?
I don't want to spoil it for the next one, but it's just how. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'll get too into it now. But should we just save it for the next one?
Yeah, save it for the next one.
Yeah,
because I really need to go now.
Yeah. All right, then, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in a couple of weeks on Saturday at 8 p.m. UK time. So, any final messages, lads?
DC better.
I'm not letting. Forget doing that podcast with you, but I'm quitting Club Brick. No, I'm joking. No, fair play. Each to their own. Anything else?
I've got one.
Go on.
You're gonna get banned
Scarlet Witch is the most powerful Avenger. I'm going to say it right now.
Liam,
George should. Oh, sorry. Did you say that?
No. I'm going to end it in a sec. But Aaron, do you want to say yours before?
I was going to say, George, we all know it's Brie Larson. It's not Captain Marvel, it's Brie Larson herself. No, I'm only joking.
No.
Powerful being.
No,
All
Scarlet
right.
Witch is the best one. Scarlet Witch
See
is
ya.
the best one.
Liam, I'm going to end it right now. Can you say, this is the gaming channel, and that is all? Come on, Liam. Come on, oh, never mind then, never mind.
This is the gaming channel, and that is all.
Yeah, all right.
I filled in.
That's
I filled in.
Ben and Liam sound very similar, sort of similar, so fair enough.
Oh, so we sound similar as well as look similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, no, Liam, can you move your mouth and I'll voice you over and go, this is the gaming channel, that is all?
They're twins.
I'll just do it. I'll just do it. This
Okay.
is the gaming channel, and that is all.
Hey!
James, this is bullying. I've told you, you can't do this.
All right, I'm really going to need to go now, so I'll see you
Yeah,
later.
everyone.